All right, here we are back after Thanksgiving break. We've already had our week one is in the books for our season here, Coach. Let's just look back. We had two games, one against Broome. The first game was against Chapman. Pros and cons. How do you assess that first week of the season?
I think it was a really tough two games to open the season up against two really strong 3A opponents. That were very athletic, very big, very physical. And I think our guys were tested early on, and that was the reason why I wanted to play those teams. Have a young team this year and want to make sure that we were really challenged early on.
All right. Looks like we're having some sort of issues going on here. And we've got our audio back up, Coach. Sorry about that. I'm going to keep the headphones on just so that I can keep an eye on everything.
Okay.
So let's assess the week that we had here. Chapman, Broome, walked away with one win, one loss. How would you – positives, negatives, what was last week like for you?
I think we really learned how to overcome adversity. Overcoming adversity a lot of times is really difficult for young teams. We have 6 sophomores and 1 freshman on varsity. And to be able to get down by 14 points and be able to come back in the second half and win the game on the road, in a tough environment, in Broome's home gym, they had a really good student section that were really saying a lot of things, really bothering our guys. And for them to be able to play through all of that and come out with a victory, I just felt like my team grew a whole lot by playing in a tough Thanksgiving tournament at Broome High School.
Yeah, they did well. To me, it seemed like that second half, the team came out of the locker room of that Broome game, and I'm not going to say we've got a whole season ahead of us. There's still some work to be done, but it looked like they came out with a little more fight in them and wanting to go out there and get that win in the books. After being beaten by Chapman the night before. We've got 3 games this week. Busy week. Is there a busier week than 3 games?
I don't think so. it's a lot of games. A lot of teams actually are playing 3 games this week. The South Carolina High School League 2 years ago said we can play 26 games instead of 20. And so to be able to fit all the games in, you would have to play 3 games in some weeks. And the first week, this upcoming week, is a week that most teams are playing the 3 games.
Right. So we've got opening home game against Hampton Park. This is a team we've played. I believe we played them last year,
yep,
and beat them. What about the other 2 games, Thursday and Friday? I know we got Southside on Saturday,
yep,
and West Oak.
Southside on Saturday and Oak Brook on Friday.
Okay. So what should we be looking for coming into these 3 games? What are you hoping to see from the boys? And, of course, one of the things we're hoping to see in the gym is this fire pit student section filled up with our own students. But what are some of the things that you're hoping to see at the first home game here?
All right, the first home game, I'm expecting to see a team that's really physically fit and in great conditioning, a team that's really playing hard and playing tough, and a team that's really executing our offense and also our defenses. And just seeing the guys, most importantly, just having a lot of fun. I want to see the guys have fun and really play the game the right way. And they've been working really hard, and the student section deserves to see a really good team, and that's the message I shared with them today in practice. And also, kind of a big moment for me in a lot of ways. It'll be my 50th win if we can get the win tomorrow night. So, it seems like time flies. I remember my first day here, and everybody was saying, wow, it's going to be really hard for you to win one game at that school. And then now here I am on the brink of getting my 50th win. So that's really it's really special to be able to see how much progress we've made in 3 seasons.
What, as you talk about progress over 3 seasons, you've seen a lot of growth in the teams from team to from year to year. You're seeing growth in the program here,
right?
But as you look at this team, what sets this year's team apart from previous years?
What I like about this team right here is I got a lot of high character kids. I mean, we have, most of the guys on the team are honor roll students. I mean, they are able to process things very quickly and learn new things very quickly. This year, even though we may not be the most athletic team, we may not be, as athletic as last year's team, but we're able to run more defenses than what we ran last year because these guys are able to understand some of the schemes that we're installing, and they're just quick learners, and they also play hard. I mean, we've just scratched the surface in terms of beating a good team like Broome, but I think this team can be really good once we're hitting on all cylinders.
And then one final question here for you. I know that as we look at the team, just kind of get a team report here, health report primarily here. I know Tristan was down with a rolled ankle. He rolled that in practice here a few days ago. Missed both games with Broom and Chapman just taking care of that ankle. Or should we expect to see Tristan? Is he going? How's he doing? Is his ankle better? Is it going to keep him from playing?
Yeah, Tristan Anthony was a kid that we really missed desperately last week. He was a kid that we could have really used that first game against Chapman. We needed at least one more athlete, somebody that had some nastiness in him and that was really athletic and really fast. And so he had a high ankle sprain, so we sat him out. And still hats off to Chapman. They did a really good job and they really handled us really well. But I just feel like if Tristan would have played that game, it could have been, a different game for us. But yeah, we're expected to see him tomorrow. I mean, he was bouncing around today at practice. He had a lot of speed. He had a lot of explosion. He was getting to the rim. And, we're expecting to see him tomorrow.
Well, Coach, we're going to be cheering for you for that 50th win. We hope to see you get it right here in our gym and how special that'll be. And we'll be rooting for you on that and excited when it happens. But best of luck to you tomorrow night. Again, we're going to be right here. We're going to be broadcasting live. We'll have should be having the video. I think we've got the cameras in place. Everything's ready to go. So barring no technical difficulties, parents, get your mom and dad, the players' grandparents on board. I know a lot of them live out of town, and whether it's Myrtle Beach, Florida, Indiana, Michigan, Pennsylvania, this is an opportunity for us to get behind our boys and cheer them on. Cheer Coach Armstrong on tomorrow night. We hope to see that 50th win. Thanks for joining us here on Midweek. This is week number 2 for season 2021-22. You have a great night.